There is no such thing as stupid questions, but there is such thing as stupid people. And so today I'm going to be answering some of those stupid people's questions. It should be fun. Hi, I'm Jared Hoyman and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, well, it is a crazy train. And today I'm going to be doing something I haven't done before. I'm going to answer some of the questions that have been given to me over the last few weeks or months or years. There's some that I just don't answer directly because I don't have time, or they're just really stupid. But there are some that are not stupid. There are really good questions out there, and I do want to answer those as well. And I thought this would be a good time for me to kind of react to you guys who make comments below. So here we go. Real quick, if it is your first time here, I'm an architectural photographer who specializes mostly in real estate and commercial properties along with businesses. And so I will be answering these questions from that hat. And I will be responding to stupid questions from that hat as well. So the first question, which is not a dumb question, it's actually a nice question. So we'll start it out nice on my end and then kind of ease into this whole thing. Hi, Jared. Thanks for your videos. It is not boring. I enjoy while learning. Well, that's good. Thank you. Glad it isn't. I think I mentioned in that video that I hope I'm not boring you. What would be your recommended tripod height? And if couldn't afford yet, number 5. Oh, this was the top 5 to get sharper images. Are there any more affordable substitutes you can recommend? Cheers, man. Well, let's answer the first question. What would you recommend for tripod height? When it comes to real estate photography and architecture, I shoot about 50 inches. I'm in Wisconsin. I'm in the US. I don't use any kind of other measurements. So whatever, you can use Google and figure it out in your own metrics. But 50 inches is what I shoot. And then if I were to go into a smaller space like a bathroom, I usually lower it to about 40 inches. And that way, you actually make that space look bigger than really what it is. If you go any lower than 50 inches in a broad space, it makes you have the perspective of a little person. Do you really want the perspective of a crotch? Now, if you are in a bathroom or a small space, I shoot at about 40 inches. 40 inches will make that space look bigger than what it really is. But in a broad, normal space, I would say 50 inches is right. Now, I did mention in this video that lenses can be important when it comes to sharpness. And I do recommend L-series lenses if you can afford it. And this person's asking, do you have any other recommendations? I don't think it is around anymore, but the Rokinon 14mm, if you can find one in all manual, it's actually pretty sharp. That would be an alternative. If you need the autofocus, then I would try to get the 14-35 f4. It is L-series. It is around $1,000 refurbished. That is a good route to go. If you are shooting on the Canon R7, there's a lot cheaper routes. The 10-18 RFS, excellent lens. I would go that route. Small too, and it is very inexpensive. It is in the $200 range, $200 to $300 range. That's where I would go with that. I made a YouTube short on photogrammetry and how to shoot it briefly, and somebody asked, please prepare a tutorial on photogrammetry. Yeah, I don't do it full time. It was more of a hobbyist thing, but if you are interested in photogrammetry, it's such a weird name. It is 3D mapping using images, and there's software out there that's pretty affordable to do that. Yeah, maybe I will. Do you want me to do photogrammetry video how-to? Just let me know. All right, we are going to get a little mean in this one just because it was kind of a weird question. So off of my magnetic ND filter video that I did, I think about a year ago, this person writes in, I'm going to read it just the way I hear it, the way it is written, which is a very strong dialect and accent. I open the video because I buy this ND filter set and I expect see kind of review in your video, but I don't see what I expect because you talk talk and talk, but I don't see any review. You have 4 filters in your bag. Which filter you show in your video? Well, you know what? With that attitude, I'm not going to share with you. I'm not going to tell you at all. It's going to be my secret. You're going to have to figure it out. First of all, I do talk, because if I didn't talk, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about, okay? And second of all, it was on the KNF concept, ND filters. What kind of filters am I using? I'm using ND filters. There was like 4. Well, let's see. There was the ND8. Then there was the ND16. Oh, yeah. And then there's the ND32 and the ND64. What the freak, dude? They're NDs. What kind of ND filters? Oh, my gosh. Anyways, hope I answered your question. All right. One person, they didn't ask a question. They just made a statement. The RF 50mm 1.8 is straight garbage. Oh, I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's not an L series lens, but geez, you're mean. Now, I made what I didn't realize was going to be a controversial video about a year ago on the Ninja V, the Ninja V Plus, and how most people really shouldn't have one. They don't need it. And if you are a true cinematographer and you're using a cinema camera, well, then you're using a different kind of monitor and you don't need to record offshoot onto it. The internal recording on your cinema camera is designed specifically for that and not for the Ninja V. For most people, I was saying that they shouldn't use the Ninja V. This person decided to make a comment on that. I don't know why I left it up, but maybe it's just for the purpose of this video. This person wrote, "You simply need to get back on your meds." How did he know that I'm on meds? That's kind of scary. They shot a whole movie with the Ninja V, an $80 million movie at that. Awesome. That's amazing. I really care. Part of your problem is Canon. No, I like Canon. Switch to Sony. What? I will not switch to Sony. You'll get much better results. It really does seem you don't know what you're talking about. Or maybe you do and you just don't know how to explain yourself. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's got me. But your video was so boring, just like this comment. Couldn't get to the end of it, so I'll never know if you actually got to the point. Interesting. Well, here's the point. You suck, and so does your comment. By the way, I'm going to call this guy out. He is at 2424rocket. He has no life. And you can see his picture. He looks like a serial killer. Possibly something more dangerous to children too. All right, somebody asked in my best RF adapter video, why did you pick the R6 Mark II over the R5? The Mikey without the control ring, how much light do you lose with a standard ring? Thank you in advance. Well, thank you, because that was more polite than the last one. When I bought the R6 Mark II, I chose it over the R5 for many reasons. One is unlimited recording. 2, it's got the digital hot shoe that allows me to do the 24-bit audio with the Tascam XLR 2D. There's no 3D. And so for video production, the R6 II actually works awesome in here and out when I'm doing video walkthrough and some interview style stuff. So that was the main reason I did choose it. No overheating. It just works awesome. I love it. And then how much light do you lose with the standard ring? 0. You don't lose any light at all with the standard ring. And then if you do the Mikey or Miki, or Newer has one, I believe, too, and then there's some others, speed boosters, you just gain more light than you would on a typical full frame when you're using it on the R7 as an APS-C. So hopefully that answered your question, and thanks for being polite and nice. Now here's a question from my last video when it came to HDR bracketed photography. Somebody did ask this, "Hi Jared, is there a way to shoot a merged HDR photo in camera?" And I did answer that, but I'm going to give you my kind of more elaborate explanation to it. Yes, you can. You can create one that merges it into a HEIF. Sounds like a HEIF file, which gives you a little bit more data and leverage to work with than a JPEG. And then you can do it where it actually keeps the bracketed photos in RAW, so you can actually edit it later, but it does give you a little bit more leverage in it. I would recommend not doing that. The leverage with the highlights and with the shadows isn't as great as if you were just to do your own HDR in Photoshop or Lightroom or any kind of other third-party software. But yes, you can do it. And if you're in a pinch, then sure, why not? So here's a question I've been wondering myself that was asked 2 weeks ago. And it says, how do you not have more subscribers than this? You deserve more with the way your videos are so professional. I completely agree. I have no idea. But if you haven't already, now is the time to subscribe. If you haven't heard, I'm giving away the Rode Wireless Pro, never opened, brand new. I did a review on it a week ago. Check out that video and you will see how you can enter into this giveaway. It is totally worth it. And it is a thank you to all of you who have subscribed to this channel, over 10,000 of you now. Thank you. Super exciting. If you like this format of me answering some of your questions and reading some of the dumb ones out there too, I'm sorry, the dumb people asking questions, then, give it a thumbs up, like it, and leave a comment below if you do want me to do more of these little Q&A videos. Could be fun. Oh, and don't forget to check out this video on how you can qualify for the Rode Wireless Pro. You definitely want to win this, especially if it is still the year 2024 and you're watching this and it's right before July 4th, because July 4th is the big day. Lots of fireworks, baby, from here.